I'm gonna... Hello, everyone. I am sliding into random people's YouTube recommendations, and as a result, I thought, what better time to make sliders? Obviously, we're not just gonna make any slider. We're gonna make the best sliders. It is 2020 after all. It's 2020. So I'm gonna make two different types of sliders. Pulled porks and chicken. It really doesn't matter what kind of meat you use as long as you like it. This one just has chicken and sea salt, and this one's called pulled pork. I'm going to start by cook these, and then we'll add our sliders. Now my chicken doesn't have a pull tab, the pork does, so we only need one can opener. Very mindful. So we're gonna take a can opener. Wow, that just really smells like chicken. No water was added, so this is probably just pure. How many ounces is that? Let's prepare 6 ounces. Scoop from this container here into this container there. Don't do that. Wear gloves. A little birdie told me it's inauguration day, but I have a good authority that it's also Monday. Juices, you know? Try to dry it out a little. I'm gonna stop the bleeding. Alright, medic. Tyler, medic. Unlike some YouTube channels, I like to practice. I don't know how you put these on, but I'm gonna say maybe it's like that. Oh, it burns. Mommy. See, this is starting to really separate out. And what I do from here, once it's starting to cook out, I strain a little bit of that off. A little bit in there is not gonna hurt. Then you're gonna put the heat back on. And we're gonna add half a can that I found in the fridge of Mountain Dew. And this is my secret ingredient. This is what separates me from the rest. We're just gonna mix that in. And we strain this off. Then we're ready to let this cool. And while that's cooling, I can show you how to make the first sauce. We've got a mayonnaise base. We've got relish as a starter, pepper, oregano, and together they make a circle. We'll take 1 spoonful of mayo, 1 large spoon of relish, dash of oregano, shake across the bowl with pepper, dash or 2 of garlic powder. Mix that all together. We have ranch dressing, California French style dressing, and we have a hot sauce packet from a freezer section chicken wing. One squirt of hot sauce. One dollop of ranch, French style. And for our final, we have a very simple honey barbecue sauce and yellow mustard. Butter on top. Because this one, cheese sauce, queso. Should have done it before and after. I don't know, I put the rest of the bag away. It's up to you how much you load these up. This one I'm going to use our white sauce. But wait, there's two sauces left. And what we're doing is we're gonna have one half sweet spicy and one half the other thing. Let's give them a taste. Let's give it a taste. I figured these would pair well with some orange juice. Let's start with the chicken. It's a very light taste despite having the most ingredients. Yet if you really search for the symphony, you might just hear it. Next we have our pulled pork. It has two different sauces. Let's start with the spicy. That is really good. Let's try the barbecue mustard side. Let's try where the two intersect. Wow. Spicy. They're really good. These are just spot on. Today we're making homemade artificial applesauce. And you go, how does that work? Well, sometimes you don't have apples. This is gonna be mind blowing. First, you're gonna need some green beans. Now, it doesn't matter what kind. These are cut. You can have uncut, fresh, frozen, but basically you're gonna take a can. You want that much. This is the perfect amount for what we need. Green beans you have, well, apples. In this case, I'm going to show you can strain off bean juice. 1 can. It doesn't have to be exact. If you have a salted can of green beans, you can run this underwater and just fill it up. 1 cup of green beans. We're gonna take our 1 cup of green beans, 1-ish cup of water. I'm gonna put that in a pot to boil and simmer and get these nice and tender. So it could take however long your stove is rated. However long. And from there, we're just gonna let it do its thing, cover it, check on the tenderness. Just gonna strain this off here. Texture. As you can see, we're getting a bit closer, but it has a bit more water content than I would like. We're just gonna move the rooster. Doesn't like it. You're probably thinking at this point, isn't that just green bean sauce? That's not applesauce. I'm not done. Apple cider vinegar. Half a teaspoon. One teaspoon. We got our applesauce. If you don't like the textures, it's kind of like whether you have the apple skin peels in your applesauce. Some like it, some don't. You can remove the stringy bits, you can remove the seeds, but it's a lot easier before you cook it down. Now, of course, because we used apple cider vinegar, there's more of a vinegar taste. But it pairs well with the salt taste of the salted green beans. So you could use, it's kind of like using red apples or green apples, apple cider vinegar. You could alternatively use apple juice. But all I had is orange juice, and I've never heard of orange sauce. I could see these making apple candies. Not bad. Add a little hot sauce. I made sliders. And that too has sauces. But I didn't use applesauce and I didn't use orange sauce. So check those out.